If you're in the process of looking to quit smoking weed in 2025, in today's video, I want to offer you 3 pieces of motivational advice to help you get started on that quitting journey. Advice number 1 is going to have to do with the mindset around quitting. Advice number 2 is going to be focused around reclaiming your freedom. And piece of advice number 3 actually has nothing to do with quitting weed at all, but it's going to be a good thing to help you get started and help you get some momentum, especially if you've tried to quit a million times and you failed over and over again at stopping. Now, if you wind up enjoying today's video, real quick, we have a 7-day free trial to our Addiction Mindset School community. If you're looking for some community support and accountability when it comes to quitting, check out the link in the pinned comment or the video description. This January, I'm releasing this video late December of 24. We're launching the Detox Challenge. It's a month-long challenge inside that community, and you can check out that with the 7-day free trial link. Advice number 1. I think quitting smoking weed, especially if you've really been struggling to stop, like let's say this has been something that you've tried again and again and again and you failed and you failed and you failed, and it's been really hard for you to quit smoking. I think that's actually a good thing. I find that people who struggle the most once they actually quit are the people who ascertain the most benefit from stopping. Accomplishing something that you once thought was impossible, accomplishing something that you didn't believe to be capable of achieving is truly life-changing when it comes to a person's mindset. I went from a mindset of I can't, I'm incapable of, this is impossible after quitting to what am I now not capable of? Right? And this mindset played a huge role in the growth of my businesses. It played a huge role in the growth of my relationships, in my physical health and my mental health. Now that I quit weed, now that I quit, vaping and dipping, and now that I quit adult media content, what am I not capable of doing? Because there was a point in my life where quitting those substances felt impossible, especially after 1,000+ failed quit attempts over a period of several years of substance use. That change in mindset is life-changing. If you're struggling to quit, maybe that's the motivation for stopping. Proving to yourself that you can accomplish something that you didn't think you were capable of doing. And just watch how that changes your mind subconsciously. Advice number 2 is freedom. A lot of people will say, I want to quit smoking weed because I want freedom from the shackles or the chains of addiction. And what I like to tell people is, look, like that's true, right? Maybe smoking weed is taking up a lot of your thought process and your bandwidth and your brain power and your time and your money and all that. But like, what do you really need to have the freedom that you're looking for? For a lot of people, it's in the form of finances. They need better finances because if they had better finances, they could use their time better because they wouldn't have to commit so much time to working, X amount of hours a week, right? So is it money that's holding you back from freedom? Maybe for some people going into 2025, it will be they're in a crap toxic relationship or something like that. And smoking weed has kept them complacent in that relationship. And maybe that's what you really need for freedom. Maybe it's getting out of that relationship and getting into a healthier one, or just being on your own for a little bit. Maybe it's freedom from some commitment that you've been tied up in, that you've been too shy or timid to back out of, and weed has kept you complacent in that commitment. There's many things in life that take away from a person's freedoms. And I think what you're going to want to do if you're quitting or you're looking for motivation to quit is ask yourself, what aspects of my life are limiting me? And in what way is weed holding me back from improving those aspects of my life, right? For me, it was primarily finances and relationships. Since quitting smoking weed, I've had a lot more time. That time has allowed me to start multiple other businesses, which has allowed me to gain some degree of financial freedom, which has now opened up my schedule, right? I can spend more time with my beautiful son who's blocked by those creatine gummies there, right? I can spend more time with my beautiful wife. I can spend more time just doing the hobbies and the things that I enjoy because I've gotten a little bit more flexibility on my finances now, right? That came from saving money from not smoking weed, but also investing that money wisely into business ventures and stocks and things like that. So Just what is it for you, right? And then my relationship. I have a very healthy relationship that's extremely freeing. I think if it's the right person that you're with, very motivating, very freeing. So freedom. What's weed holding you back from improving upon for freedom? Tip number 3, which has nothing to do with quitting smoking weed, is maybe if you've really struggled to quit and you failed and you failed and you failed and you keep failing, maybe make 2025 about indulging in certain things versus restricting or limiting one thing. So maybe forget about smoking weed for a little bit. Maybe 2025 is about improving your physical health. And maybe that starts with, despite the fact that you're smoking weed, you're going to still wake up and go for a walk every morning or get a workout in, weightlifting or yoga 3 times a week, even though you're still smoking weed. Maybe 2025 for you is about indulging more into your family, spending more time with your husband, your wife, your kids, right? And despite smoking weed, maybe each week you can set time and make sure you commit to that time and spending it with them and giving them your full attention. Maybe 2025 for you is about better financial health. And maybe you got to start with saving some money before you invest it. So maybe 2025, despite still smoking weed, you're going to make a commitment to put aside, $25 a week, $100 a week into a savings account to start to grow to give yourself a little bit of a cushion, a little nest egg to sit on. Despite the fact that you're still smoking, you make those changes. Because small positive changes, even if you're still smoking weed, can start to give you some momentum in a positive direction. And then as you start to feel better through those self-care practices, through those financial health practices, things like that, you're going to start to build up some momentum. And as you build momentum, you can then apply that momentum, that positive momentum, to quitting smoking weed at some other point in 2025 if the idea of quitting right now is just too much for you. So 2025 and quitting smoking weed doesn't necessarily have to be, it means that you're 100% stopping, right? It could be, okay, I'm going to indulge in these other healthy behaviors. I'm going to build up my confidence. I'm going to build up my self-care. I'm going to build up my finances. I'm going to start to feel good about myself again in my situation. And then I'll focus on quitting smoking weed, diverting some of that positive momentum from those practices and putting it into this one. Here's a bonus tip, right? Maybe some accountability and some community support would go a long way. Check out that link. It's a free 7-day trial to our school community. We got 50 amazing people in the community right now. Normally it's $27 a month, but you can claim 7 days for free with the link in my pinned comment in my video description. I go live in that community once a week throughout the month of January. We have private DMs between me and the members, and then we have community discussion forums in there. And I'm going to be running a detox challenge this January in like a few days from releasing this video throughout the whole month of January, helping people quit substances and helping keep them accountable and keep them moving throughout the month. So if you need some help, you need some support, maybe this year don't go at it on your own. If you've tried on your own before and that's failed, maybe a community would help you out. All right, guys, I'll see you in the link in the pinned comment or the video description. Until next time.